What is going on, my Cardano friends? It's your friend Jack here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at Cardano NFTs and putting them on my very own tier list. With that being said, let's get into it. So before we get too far into this video, I want to let you know what I'm rating these off of, and I also want to let you know that this is my personal opinion. This isn't set in stone, the value of these projects, and I'm going to be rating them off of a couple things. First of all is the originality of the project. Second is the longevity of the project. Where is it going? What are they doing? And I'm also going to be judging them off of, the market evaluation. How are they doing in the market? What is the kind of general vibe there? And lastly, the community around the project. What are people saying? How are people involved in this project? And what else is coming that is going to get people involved in the project? I know I said lastly, but I'll also be judging them off of just how much I like them and how they come across as a community, as a team, and who's behind them, what's going on transparency wise, and just everything in terms of my opinion of them is going to sway a major factor in this list. With that being said, you can go ahead if you disagree with any of my ratings and make your own list with the link down in the description. This tier list, you can go here, drag and drop your NFTs that you like best into the corresponding tiers, S being the best, D being the not so best, and then at me on Twitter, share it with me at Jack INGRM, okay? And then I'll check it out, see what you think, and we can share our NFT thoughts over there. So please do that after you watch this video if you have any other differential opinions. Okay, let's get into this. So first project we are rating here is ADA Punks with an S. Now this is a pretty new project. They sold out yesterday actually, and I've been hearing a good amount about them in terms of, relisting, market value. And to be honest, it is another kind of crypto Cardano Punks project. Not the biggest fan of those copycats. So originality doesn't get the best score. However, the artwork is pretty original. It's pixelated, but it is pretty original. The name's not so original. I'm going to give this one a B, okay? Market value, I believe they're doing quite well. Number 5 past 24 hours. And I haven't checked out their community. I haven't been there, so we can't rate too hard on that. Doesn't seem like they have too much of a roadmap from what I've heard, but we're going to leave them at a B for now. Some of these may be adjusted later. Next up is ADA Punks with a Z or a Z, depending where you're from. And this project, I'm going to give it a C, okay? We're going to give it a C. Actually, sorry, we're going to give it a D. And the reason we're giving it a D is because it is very much so a carbon copy of CryptoPunks. And as much as I love CryptoPunks, I don't think an NFT project should be taken the direction of just copying an existing successful project. That's my opinion, and that is only my opinion, okay? There's going to be a lot of people who actually love the ADA Punks, but from my personal preference and what I like, it's going in the D. Not from, because it's a terrible project, just from my personal preference. Next up is Autumn Sky. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right, but from what I've seen from this project, they are next level. The artwork of this project is not only original, but it is insanely detailed. Their community is pretty strong from what I've seen. Everyone who is interested in these are very interested in, the community and the detail of them. So we're going to give it an A for now. This might be bumped up to an S because from what I've seen, a really good project so far. Now, next up, Baby Alien Club, okay? The hot drop on the block. And I personally picked up 5 of these and I've sold 4 of them so far for a hefty total profit of 1,000 ADA. So am I slightly biased? Yes. But what I think about Baby Aliens Clubs is they are a B. We're above this, but they're a B. You see, they did an excellent job in market valuation and really just getting a community around them. But for longevity and all, I'm not sure how far they're going to be around. Actually, no, we're going to move them up to an A because they've done such a great job in marketing and building a community. We're going to give them an A. There's a lot of hype around them. It's pretty original. At the same time, it is kind of playing off of some other projects, but for the most part, it's pretty original. It's another 10K drop, as these 3 are here. Autumn Sky is not a 10K drop. It's original in that sense, but Baby Alien Club, we're going to give it an A. Okay, Next up, Cardano Tales. And this is a game, okay? I haven't looked much into this project, but essentially they have a game and an NFT collection. And a lot of projects just throw in the NFT collection side of things. I mean the game side of things. But this project seems like it was more of a forethought than an afterthought. Therefore, we're going to put it on a B. Am I involved in this project? No. Do I own any? No. But I think it's pretty cool, and I think it has some good potential, so I'm going to put it in the B tier. Next up, we have Cardano Waifus. I actually know the person who made this project. They're a cool person, Abe. And I think Cardano Waifus is a pretty cool project if you're into their vibe. If you're into anime and waifus, then sure, you're going to like this project. So overall, we're going to rate Cardano Waifus a B. They have a good community. I'm trying to put it ahead of this one. They have a good community and a really specific community. So if you're interested in that, in Cardano Waifus, there's no really other place to go. It's original and it's something that's created for specific people with also, pretty good artwork and just a simple system of, I believe it's 1,000 at a time, different waifus every time. So it's pretty cool. I like Cardano Waifus. It's a great concept and a good project. Next up, we have Cardano Apes. And apes for me are going to go in the C tier. Actually, they're going in the D tier. The reason they're going in the D tier is, first of all, they are pretty cool looking art-wise, but to me, it's just not original whatsoever. And from what I've seen after their second release of Baby Apes as well, it's just kind of, to me, it seems more on the greed side than the building a community side. I could be completely wrong, and I could be 100% wrong, okay? So do not take my word on this. Please do not take my word on this. But that's just what I'm feeling, and I'm going to put them in the D just because I don't feel they're that original. Bored Ape Yacht Club, Cardano Apes, kind of that vibe, not very original. And as much following as they do have and success that they've seen, it's not my favorite project on the blockchain. So personally, I'm putting it in D. But then again, everything is going to change based on your own opinion. Next up, we have an original project, Cardano Bits. Where are we going to put this? Well, it's a pretty original project, and it is one of the very first Cardano NFT projects. Is it copying CryptoPunks? Yes. But is it a super original project that really got the ball rolling for Cardano and has a really strong community of collectors of pretty much all the projects on this list? Also, yes. So for that fact, we're going to put this project at the top of A. I would put it in S, but as I mentioned, the originality thing coming from CryptoPunks going over to kind of the bit side of thing, it has a little bit of lap over. It's not really that much of a crossover considering that they look fairly different. So I'm tempted to put an S, so just know that it's kind of in between these two tiers almost, but we're going to leave it at the top of A for now. Next up, we have a project, Cardano Caricatures, and Stickfrix is actually made alongside Cardano Caricatures, my NFT project. When I say alongside, I mean the person behind Cardano Caricatures, Justin, helped me put together Stickfrix, the random asset generation, and the minting. So slight bias here, but overall, I think the project is very original, has an awesome ongoing life concept, and I would definitely put it in the A tier, probably above Baby Alien Club, because they have a bunch of utility features that are coming. Actually, no, we're going to put it right here to the Cardano network, but only time will tell where this project will go. I have high hopes for it, obviously, but I really do like the concept behind it. So let's move on. Next project, Cardano City, and many people have been talking about Cardano City. Of course, you probably have heard about it. Where am I going to put it? Where am I going to put it? Where am I going to put it? I'm going to put it in the top of B tier. I do think it's a great project, great marketing. Only thing is I don't like about it is the fact that, there's a lot of NFTs to be minted, maybe too much. Depends what they're going for, but a lot of their promises and expectations are based off of, we are hoping to do this, hoping to do that. And although they seem really cool, are not deliverables or a roadmap that is to be exact. So putting them at B, I think there's a lot of potential there. I think they're a good project, and I think they could go far. Also, don't really like the fact of the no team kind of side of things, but that's just where I'm leaving it at for now. B tier. Okay, next on. Cardano Numbers. Now, if you haven't heard of Cardano numbers, this is a project that basically was just 10,000 numbers, 1 to 10,000, released on the Cardano blockchain as a joke. The mint price was 3 ADA. You got 2.5 ADA back after minting, so it was practically free to mint these. In my opinion, this was a comical and fun drop. Kudos to them, and I don't think there's going to be longevity in the project, so we're going to put it in C tier just because I believe the project was funny, lighthearted, and I really like it. But overall, compared to all the other projects, we're just going to leave it in C tier, but I really like the project and like the idea. Next up, Cardano trees, okay? Where are we going to put Cardano trees? Where are we going to put Cardano trees? We're going to put them at the top of A tier for now. I don't know if they're going to stay there, but this is one of the projects that first had me looking around and seeing fully on-chain changing NFTs that have weather based on their location and change and grow and shrink and all that jazz is pretty freaking awesome. Also, their market value has been pretty crazy at 1.3 million ADA in volume. So that's not something to knock. Obviously, there's a community there and there's a ton of people who like Cardano trees, top of A tier. Next up, Cardinos. And this project is pretty cool. They have a few spin-offs, I believe, too, C-Dinos. We're going to put them in between waifus and ADA punks. This is a project that has done a lot for the community, however, so I want to give them kudos for CNFT tools and everything they've done for the CNFT community. Overall, I think the project is a B, but there's a lot of potential here to build something that lasts for a while, and I like the people behind the project, so gonna leave them at B. Next up, Claymates. This is gonna be our first S tier. Super original, super amazing community, and also an ongoing project with tons of things in the pipeline. Also, you know, #1 in volume all time, so pretty impressive. Claymates, not much to be said. They're just an amazing project. Let's move on now to Crypto Dinos, which I haven't looked too much into, but as far as I can see, the roadmap isn't the best. They have a decent community, decent following, pretty cool art, and we're going to put these guys behind Cardinos, okay? They are more popular than Cardinos, and I think they have really cool, cool looking stuff, but overall, the community feel and everything from my personal perspective puts them behind Cardinos, okay? Next up, we have Crypto Nitties, and to me, these just remind me of my childhood. I don't know if you guys know it, the game with the little beanie characters. I forget what it's called, but we're gonna put them above. We're gonna put them in A tier above Baby Alien Club, an original project that's been around for a while with great people. And overall, I just really like the art, the concept, and their possibilities to be implementing forward with the original project into, other environments, which I've seen. So pretty awesome. We're going to put them at A tier. Next up, we have Crypto Mayor. And this is a project that essentially is just, cities on a coin. It's not too complex. It's not too crazy, but it is an original Cardano project. And for that, it gets some points. Also, I have the Crypto Mayor Friend token. I am the mayor of the city Friend. So we're going to put it right here on the B tier. Most projects kind of get a B tier from me. That's where I'm going to put it for originality and kind of the potential to bring more people into the space and just get interested in something fun and lighthearted. Okay, next up we have Dead Pixels, and for me, this project gets an S. Probably a bit behind Claymates, actually for me, it's above Claymates. In my personal preference, I like Dead Pixels better than Claymates, but I really love both of them, that's why they're in S tier. Now, Dead Pixels to me is in S tier for a couple of reasons. First reason, the community is very strong, although it may be a little bit smaller than most. They have sold out, and the founder of Dead Pixels has basically put together every single time for every drop, every season, something new, interactive, and crazy. And they are the first interactive NFTs on the Cardano blockchain, so that's pretty awesome. But they are very unique in the sense that everything coming to Dead Pixels and that has been on Dead Pixels has been very unique and fun, interactive. And I really like that. So we're going to leave them at S. Their market value might not represent that, but market values are not always right. And this is also just my personal opinion, okay? So keep that in mind, please, please, please. Next up, we have Dirtbirds. And Dirtbirds is a great project. Do they have a ton of roadmaps? Do they have a bunch of stuff coming? I don't really know, to be honest. I know they have stuff coming. Most projects are pretty vague in the roadmap section, kind of rightfully so. It's hard to say where you're going to take things, and it really is nice to see the community votes. But overall, I like the art style, fun, lighthearted, and it has a great community. We're going to put them at the top of A. I really like Dirtbirds. Okay. Now we have Entheos AI, a pretty awesome drop, reminding me of Unsig algorithms. And this drop has a huge community around it, people who love AI and people who just love cool stuff. We're going to put this also in the top side of A tier, kind of tied with Cardano trees. Really like their drop, and I do think that they will have success going forward. And there's just a good community behind it with good people. Okay. Now we have Gingerbread Club, okay? Gingerbread Club. Did I mint 8 of these 2 days ago? Yes. Am I still holding all of them? Yes. Why am I holding all of them? CNFT went down. I actually planned on minting these to sell them for a higher price off the drop to buy some other projects, but that didn't go so well. Overall, though, I think gingerbreads are kind of similar to many other projects. We're going to put them in the C tier behind Cardano numbers. I don't think they're too much special about them. They have a nice website and everything's clean. The drop was good. The community is pretty cool, actually. You know what? We're going to put them up here in the B tier. They have a decent community, and it seems like they're trying to build something long term, but I'm not sure. Overall, though, they're not the most unique thing in the world. We're going to put them on the B tier. Okay, now we have Nomies, a drop that hasn't came out yet, but has quite a bit of people around it. We're just going to drop this one right into, I really like the art, so we're going to drop it right into B tier behind these other 2 Dino projects, and we're just going to leave it there for now. Next, Hype Skulls, okay? Hype Skulls, a lot of people like them. I'm not one of those people. I think they're a bit too pricey for me and the average consumer trying to have some lighthearted fun on the Cardano blockchain, and for that reason, I'm going to put them in the C spot behind Cardano numbers. Okay, and actually I've changed my mind. I think Cardano apes need some more respect. We're going to put them above C, above Hype Skulls. Now, next we have Mastodon Buttons. We're coming to the end here. We've gotten through most of them. Mastodon Buttons is a project that I really, really think is quite awesome. And the reason I think they're awesome is because they are involving their community in the entire project. It's called a lore hunt. Basically, there's prizes and rewards for people finding lore or solving puzzles in the project, and they have really cool art, super unique, great community. Overall, their minting process wasn't the best, but that's just technical. We're gonna put them into A tier, kind of tied with Dirtbirds, because I really like the lightheartedness of Dirtbirds. That's where we're gonna put them. Okay, now let's go ahead and let's get to Politicos. Now, Politicos has quite the community behind it of people who really like, well, Politicos. So I don't think the art is too special or crazy. I do like how they have an on-chain lottery game. I think a few weeks back, these were a good buy. The market isn't showing otherwise right now, but if you like the project and you like what they're doing, they also have future endeavors coming. So we're going to put them over here with Nomies and the Dinos in B tier. Next up, we have Rhino Generation, and overall, I don't think the Rhinos are that unique and crazy. I haven't heard that much from the community or seen too much about them, so without getting too crazy, I'm just going to put them at the bottom of B tier. Now, we have Cardano Shapes, kind of a similar project in generative art that I'm not the biggest fan of, but overall, I think it's a good project. It's on chain, and a lot of people seem to be liking these with them in their backgrounds and their profile pictures, along with other NFTs. So we're going to put them right here in between the 2 dinos, okay? In between the 2 dinos. They're pretty cool. I like them. Okay, now, of course, we have Space Buds, an automatic S tier, the original project on the Cardano NFT blockchain, kind of along with the Berry NFTs, but I wouldn't consider that an entire project. However, those are commemorative to the first NFTs on Cardano. So if I don't have berries on here, they're by default in S tier. But yeah, Space Buds, I don't even need to talk about it. S tier. Okay, now we have Stellar Hoods by Egon FX. I hope I said his name right, but Stellar Hoods. And Stellar Hoods is completely on chain. You can do a lot of stuff with your NFTs. I have not done all of this stuff, but there's a lot of things there that I think people would appreciate. So we're going to put them at the very top of B tier with that nice, sexy, handsome face. Okay, now we have Stickfrix. Where am I going to put my own project on my own tier list? Well, to be honest with you, because I know everything that's coming, we're going to put them in S tier. I'm not going to put them ahead of all these other projects, but I'm going to put my own project in S tier. Is that very selfish of me? No. This is my own tier list, and I know what's coming for Stickfrix, and I know what I want to do. So to me, I'm going to put it in S tier. Why else would I not? I have faith in my project, and I have faith that I'm going to build something awesome. So we're putting it in S tier, okay? When you do your review, you can put Stickfrix wherever you would like. It's your opinion. I welcome that. And I love seeing what people think of other projects and where they stand along the scale of the tier list. Okay, so please do put Stickfrix where you think it will be and share it with me on Twitter. Okay, next up, Tiger Society. Where are we going to put Tiger Society? So this project is a generative one, 10K again, as almost all of these projects are of PFPs. I don't think they're that original. The name isn't that original. And I don't think they're that crazy. I think there was a good market valuation on them, and they have a lot of traffic getting flipped and bought. So for that reason alone, we're going to put them at the bottom of B tier, but I don't think they're anything special. We're going to put them above these two projects, but I do think they have a decent community around, and they could form this into something long-term, depending on the direction they take. Next up, we have Time Trotters. Now, Time Trotters, I just like them in general. They're fun, they're unique, and they have a bunch of things that they're doing to give utility to the NFTs. For that reason alone, we're going to put them at the bottom of A tier. And while we're at it, I think we're going to move Stellar Hoods up to the bottom of A tier as well. Okay, now let's go Unsynced Algorithms. Unsynced Algorithms for me isn't my favorite project. I don't think they have much going on in terms of a roadmap, but they are an OG of the crypto space, so I have to show them some respect for that. Definitely a unique idea with a pretty awesome community behind it. We're going to put these at the top of A tier behind Mass Buttons and Dirtbirds. To be honest, the originality is there and everything is there, but this is also my personal preference, so keep that in mind. We're actually going to put it here, and yeah, this is my personal preference. Keep that in mind, but that's where I'm putting it. Next up, we have Very Important Dummies. Once again, very similar to these three projects in my eyes. Not too much of a roadmap, kind of vague. Cool community, decent following, and not too expensive. Also, cool avatars. I like the art. We're going to put them right here in the B tier. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Next up, we have Viruses. I believe these are called. They looked pretty cool, so I figured we'd throw them on the list. And we're going to throw these at... Let's see. They're pretty unique, so in that sense, we're going to put them right here in B tier. B tier is getting a bit overcrowded, but that's where I'm going to leave them. B tier. If you want to look at any of these projects, by the way, and you don't know what I said in the video, you can just ask me in the comments and I'll let you know. But okay. Yummy Universe. To me, I think this is going to be an S tier project. So far, what they have shown is an incredible reach to their community, and the community around them is pretty awesome. Now, is it the biggest one out of these? No, but I really just like the art. It's lighthearted, it's fun, and I like that a lot about NFT projects. So we're going to put it in the top of S tier. It's kind of in line with Dirtbirds and Mass Buttons. These three kind of have the same feel to me in community and lightheartedness. Mass and Buttons is a bit different, but yeah, we're going to leave it in. Actually, we're going to move it down to the top of A tier. Okay, Zombits, a project that was generated using online resources that they didn't even make. For that, automatically, I think we're going to put that one in D tier. However, there's a decent community around it, so we're going to put it into C tier, actually. And that's the tier list. I'm going to do a little screenshot of that right now. Bop, bop. Here you go. And yeah, that's it. That's what I think. if you guys have any other opinions or you want to let me know your tier list, go ahead, grab that link down in the description, go make your tier list with what I've given you, and tweet it at me on Twitter so I can check it out, or reply to my tweets of this video with your tier list so you can pair with everyone else's. Anyways, hope you guys have a great freaking day. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.